Hold open. Welcome back, everybody, to Off the Clock. I'm Alex.
Lord, I'm Cory.
And we're talking about stuff and things. We've been talking a lot about... We've been figuring out what this episode should be.
Yeah, we're probably going to do a lot of talking about a lot of nothing.
Yeah, and viewers, this episode may lack a distinct...
theme
or content identity, but you know what? You get to learn a little bit more about us, and you get to build a relationship with us. That was actually part of what our guest speaker was talking about today at the last week at the GPM.
Yeah, today randomly.
Yeah, today. Neither of us got any sleep, by the way. So we are not only off the clock, we are off the cuff.
It's true.
So the guest speaker that we had this week at our general body meeting, because AMA, you're watching AMA Off the Clock. It's based on the American Marketing Association at USF.
If you've gone how many episodes are there? Not just us, but in general.
In general, there's
how many episodes do we have? Sorry.
This is episode 27 for us.
Yeah, so if you've watched 27 episodes and you don't know what the podcast is about, it is about the American Marketing Association.
Yes. But hey, every episode could be someone's first, which is...
That is true, I guess.
Also
That's why we do the same outro every time.
Yeah, we do the same outro, we do the same intro for the most part, except sometimes we
cold open
by saying that I think you should leave, and we'll talk about that.
I love that show.
But at the general body meeting, the guest speaker that we had, very nice lady. Her name was Tara. I forget her last name.
Dope name.
And she was talking about how you build your not how you build your brand, but how you reach consumers in the new generation where everyone's online, and how you build strong connections. She had a slide that was about the parasocial relationship, which I found
whoa
where it's you want to build connections with your audience by making them feel like they're a part of you, and that's why influencer marketing does so well, because you feel like you have more insight.
It's a person, it's not a company.
Exactly.
Right?
And that personability, that face to face that you're seeing, you're staring into my eyes and you're looking at my Batman shirt that's also a Hawaiian shirt, you feel a little bit closer, and that's a key part of marketing. But low key, marketing's fake. I might not even work in marketing.
Well, okay. Well,
I'm joking.
I think marketing's real.
Yeah, it's real.
Because
it's real.
I'm gonna try and work in marketing, but yeah, I don't know about I don't know. Influencer marketing is so weird because it is effective, and I probably hold influence I think I probably have influencers that I hold in a higher standard or a higher regard than
Northern Lion.
Than companies. Okay, but not too much on my favorite guy of all time.
When he plays a new indie game, you have to buy it.
I don't buy it, but I watch the first 3 episodes, and if there's good if it's good banter, I'll keep watching.
And it builds a connection.
Dude, Numby's Number Factory is bunk. I don't know what is going on. I didn't like Balatro either though. Okay. So that makes I think it's just a theme of games I'm not a huge fan of. But he has been playing the Bazaar. We're just gonna do this. By the way. This is just the show today.
Northern Lion, for context, for the people who don't know, is a video game streamer.
He is a 34-year-old Canadian man who's bald, who I have been watching for 12 years now.
Yes.
And he's been playing this game called The Bazaar. Oh, we could talk. You know what? The Bazaar is kind of an interesting microcosm of games.
Go for it.
It is it's like a menu game.
Okay.
Right? It's like an auto battler kind of thing. It is based around this big giant marketplace, a bazaar.
We're there.
Where you buy items specific to certain characters. There's items that are for the pirate lady, there's for the pig merchant, and then there's one that's a robot guy, and then there's one guy that's a big potion guy.
Okay, cool.
These are the 4 playable characters in the game. Each of them have unique items, a whole cast of 110 unique items that they get, and then there's neutral items that are between all of them.
Okay.
And you basically put together a board under some kind of theme, and then the idea is you want your board to synergize well, so everything's proccing everything else. It's a Balatro-esque kind of idea, right?
Okay,
it's a menu game kind of thing.
Yeah, you want your multipliers and you want your synergies, and you go, ooh,
and the game looks like a Chinese casino game.
Okay.
So I love it because I think Chinese casino slot games are hilarious. They're so
Cory,
stupid. They're
The
hilarious.
more I learn about you, the more I think you're like a weeb, but for China.
Maybe. I don't know. I think I just like Chinese. I like Chinese
netizens.
Yeah, Chinese netizens are awesome. The Chinese netizens are really funny, and I value that. I also think that part of the reason is because I'm on a quest. I'm on a quest, dear listeners. I'm on a quest.
What's the quest?
To find the perfect reaction GIF for our group chat, and the perfect reaction GIF is a Chinese slot casino game, an online Chinese slot casino game, where you hit the jackpot and then all the coins fall, and then there's a bunch of lanterns, and then like a golden dragon swims across the stage, and then there's like a guy that's like, you win, like all that kind of thing. Mega win.
It's in the same category of like the bowling animations when you get a strike.
Yes, I want that, but for Chinese slots, like Chinese online slots. But to the original point, the Bazaar looks like that kind of game, which is very silly. I like it. But they also have this weird thing, dude. It's like a menu game, but when you get the max wins, you get like ranked tickets, and that's how you play ranked. You need to play normal games, get tickets, win ranked games, and then if you get to 10 wins in your ranked game, you get like chests. You get 3 chests. You open the chests.
Okay, loot box.
Yes, but the loot boxes are NFTs. It's awesome. It's awesome. So you get the different items in the game. You get them as NFTs, and you get like the printed number of like I have the Swiss Army knife item printed 400,084.
That's NFTs in 2025.
And that's that's like the reward you get for playing the game.
Okay.
But I think the game is genuinely really well made that I don't think anyone gives a you know what about the actual chests or like the NFTs. They just like the gameplay loop.
Yeah, they care about it.
It is also, by the way, an American developer. It is not a Chinese developer. It just looks like a Chinese casino game.
Interesting. I mean, NFTs are a very American thing. Hoorah, flag, eagle, whatever.
Burger oil.
Scam people by rug pulling a cryptocurrency and also trying to. You know Logan Paul's NFT fraud game that he scammed a bunch of people out of?
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, that's a case of influencer marketing gone wrong because he got a copy video made on him.
Yeah, but now they defunded all the what's it called? They defunded the crypto like division of the FTC and all the active cases that they're working on. So like honestly, he just won. CoffeeZilla made a video and like pointed the finger and did like a whole big production about it.
Look at this guy's being fraudulent.
Get him. And then they were like, well.
Yeah, that bears a lot of resemblance to I got through in the past 2 weeks. I've had a weird 2 weeks. I feel like I've been sleeping away every single day because I don't know what it is. I recently moved into a new apartment. I recently moved into Magnolia on campus. Shout out to USF people who live in Magnolia. Don't come to my house. But I have been sleeping until like 10 or 11 in the afternoon on the days that I don't have class. Just because
he thinks that's bad.
Okay, but as someone who
he's like a 7:30 a.m. kind of guy, like religiously.
As the guy who was regimented, like
filling in some gaps.
7:30, maybe like it used to be 6. I was regimented waking up at 6 every single morning. I feel like I'm losing control because I'm also sleeping way later. But I was watching Daredevil. Is my point?
The new season. Why is Matt Murdock fat now?
He's not fat.
When he puts the suit on, he looks fat.
I think it's just
he looks fat in the suit. Matt Murdock, Daredevil, look fat.
I think it's a combination.
Burger Daredevil.
It's a combination of how the suit is built, and also he has like way thicker facial hair, so it's just less flattering on him. I think compared to
the suit used to be slim.
Okay, so.
He used to look good.
So not only did I watch Daredevil Born Again, which just had its finale, which was pretty good. It was pretty gory and pretty intense, but it was pretty good. I'll give a quick little Daredevil review. The show was Frankenstein in 2 different parts because Hollywood doesn't know what they want, and we talked about it sort of on the last.
Well, there's no new IP.
Yeah, there's no new IP. We talked about this on the last episode a little bit, and it's they make things in accordance to studio guidelines, and then if they think there's going to be backlash, then they do reshoots. And thankfully, they did the reshoots for Daredevil Born Again, which is originally supposed to be an 18-episode season.
Jesus.
They split that in half.
Okay.
They brought in new people. Instead of the people who were originally writing it, they brought in the people who did Loki Season 1 and Loki Season 2.
Is that good? I don't watch the
Loki shows are the best shows that the MCU has put out. And Moon Knight is pretty fun.
Well, what's like it's not the competition isn't fierce. Like Iron Fist exists.
Okay.
and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Not too much on Iron Fist. But anyways, so they reshot the show, they rewrote the show. What this ended up being is they Frankensteined all the parts from the old version of the show, and then also the new versions that they wanted to make. Because like the old version of the show was they got rid of everything from like the Netflix show. No Karen.
That was the good part.
That was the good part. No Karen, no Foggy. Matt has this new life.
Wait, what?
He's fighting these new people.
Wait, what? No Foggy, no Karen?
No Foggy, no Karen originally.
Why is anyone watching?
No one was going to watch. That's why they reshot it. So they reshot it. It ended up with a new episode 1, a new episode 8, a new episode 9, and like completely changed episodes for episodes 1, 8, and 9. Which were more tied into the original show. They added in Bullseye, who was in season 3.
Yeah.
They added back in Foggy. They added back in Karen.
Same actors?
Yeah, same actors. They
Let's go.
They added back in the Punisher, who wasn't gonna be in it, but now he's in it.
the GIF.
Yeah.
Wait.
But yeah, they Frankenstein together the show, and it really feels like that because you could tell what is a part of the original vision and what's a part of the new vision.
Yeah. Different directors, different like everything.
Different directors, different writing, different everything. And the new stuff is very good. It is just juxtaposed with episodes 2 through 7 being the old stuff that they're trying their best to sort of Frankenstein into being synergistic with the new stuff. And that, I think the show is fine. I think it is worse than every single one of the Daredevil Netflix seasons. But season 2 might be good because they'll have full creative control.
Oh, okay. So like they were like cleaning the gutters out on this season,
Exactly.
and then next season they'll have like a fresh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they couldn't get rid of everything because they had so much filmed already.
Yeah.
And they didn't have enough time to get rid of everything. But they put the pieces into place to where season 2 is going to be good. They're maybe going to bring back in some of the other old Netflix people. They're teasing the Defenders.
Don't bring back in Elektra.
But she's so pretty.
I stopped watching the show.
Yeah.
He's so annoying. She's so annoying, and he's so annoying about her that I just stopped.
I rewatched the entire original Netflix show because Born Again was hyping me up, and I was like, how good were these again? I need to remember. Season 3 is better than season 1, is better than season 2. Season 2 is the worst of the seasons.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
It is fine. The Punisher stuff is cool. I
like him. Frank Castle, dope.
Yeah, Frank Castle's dope, but The Hand...
Yeah, boring.
How do you make ninjas boring? How do you make ninja assassins boring?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elektra sucks. I quit the show. I couldn't do it. I almost quit Invincible for a very similar reason.
Really?
Yeah.
Why'd you almost quit Invincible?
I really don't like it was really like a 2-episode stint, but I really didn't like the way they were doing Mark. Invincible, what is it on? Is it on Amazon Prime?
Amazon Prime Video, yeah.
The Amazon Prime Video animated series. Yeah. It's based on like the comic books. Yes. It's like its own like universe, but it's all like
Image Comics made by Robert Kirkman, who made The Walking Dead.
Yeah, and it's all like it's all homages to other superheroes.
Yes,
right.
It's like a reconstruction of the superhero genre, basically.
Yeah.
Because it takes some elements and parodies them. There's like a parody of the Justice League. There's a parody of a bunch of different superheroes.
Yeah, it's similar to The Boys in its like maturity and I guess like
kind of.
It's very graphic.
It has violence and blood and that sort of thing. But I'd say The Boys is more.
People be getting ripped in half and stuff.
The Boys was a satire that was made from someone who hates superhero comics, and Invincible was made with love for superhero comics.
I see. Yeah. Anyway, the main character.
Yes.
He gets this girlfriend, has this girlfriend, whatever. And I'm gonna be talking about spoilers for season 1, so you just gotta you just gotta deal with that. The main character has his girlfriend, and then she is being fed up with him being late to things or not going to things because he's a superhero.
You're talking about Amber in season 1?
Yes, I'm so annoyed because at the end of season 1, beginning of season 2, it's like the thing happens, and. Basically, the main character's dad is out of the picture now.
Yeah.
And I'm doing my best. The main character's dad is like out of the picture now, and she breaks up with him before all this, and then all this happens, and then he is like recovering in the hospital from like a fight that he had for like 2 months, right? 3 months or something, and then he like just goes back home, and like his home is completely normal and everything's normal except he's not, like his dad's not there. All this is whatever, and he's like. Obviously grieving, going through all this stuff, and she comes to his door and it's just like, oh my god, I'm so glad to see you again, and like hugs him and kisses him, and he's just like, ah yes, I am also glad to see you again, and kisses her. I'm like, this was such a good opportunity for Mark to like really stand on business and really be like, no, like get away from me. This is like, we're not together anymore. I thought you didn't want this. Like there was something could have happened.
Yeah.
But nothing ever happens.
Nothing ever happens. I mean, in the comics, Amber's kind of nothing. There's 150 something issues of the original comic.
Yeah.
And Amber is in like the first like 10 or 15, and then she disappears forever. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was minor. It was like 2 episodes, but I was very displeased with how they took the direction of like that relationship, because I thought up to that point they had done everything I thought like almost perfectly.
Yeah, I'd say Invincible's interesting because it's very well written in some aspects. There's a lot of stuff that they do that I haven't seen in other superhero stuff, which they touch on a lot of themes that I think Marvel is too sanitized with the Disney whatever to be able to touch on some of this stuff. The writers behind Sony, none of them know how to work a pen. They made Kraven the Hunter and Morbius and Amazing Spider-Man
Morbius
2.
is dude. I keep forgetting Morbius is a Marvel title.
Yeah, I think they forgot it was a Marvel title.
Dude, it's over, man. Endgame was it.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't think Doom's. I love Doom. He's my favorite supervillain. I don't think it's gonna save it.
It's not Doomsday that's gonna bring us back.
What's gonna bring us back, man?
Thunderbolts actually looks like a real movie.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 3.
Okay. Not too much.
Iron Fist 2.
So recently a trailer came out for the Fantastic Four.
Quan Chi or whatever it was.
Shang-Chi.
You're
racist, by the way.
What? I don't remember the name.
Yeah. Trailer for the Fantastic Four came out. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. There's the thing. The CGI looks great. He looks right out of the comic books. The kids love him because he's a big rock man.
Okay.
Johnny's being a devilish.
Who's the Human Torch?
Who's the actor? Joseph Quinn.
I don't know who that is.
He's dating Doja Cat.
I don't like her. What's it called?
She was in A Quiet Place Day One.
What happened to her other boyfriend, who's a Twitch streamer who was like giga racist?
She probably dropped the giga racist.
She dropped him? She was ride or die for him though.
She was in the chat room.
She was his mod.
Yeah.
She was a celebrity. She sold out arenas and she was moderating his Twitch chat.
Hey, love will take you crazy places.
Okay. Well, maybe Doja Cat can be redeemed.
Doja Cat might be able to be. She loves her white boys, but I digress. We're getting besides the point.
Yeah.
The movie looks good. It's who is it? It's Pedro Pascal's Mr. Fantastic.
You know what? I'm sure he'll do a wonderful job. He is not tall enough or slim enough to be Mr. Fantastic.
I think it should have been a black guy. Because
that would have been yeah.
Because Kang is technically Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman's kid.
Yeah.
So I think it would have made sense based on what they set up. But it's fine. Pedro Pascal, he's a good actor. Also, Last of Us Season 2 is coming out. I am not touching that. But
you don't want to watch it?
I don't care.
Think it's going to be bad?
I don't care. I don't like Bella Ramsey. I think she's just not an interesting actress.
I don't know who any of these people are.
Bella Ramsey from Game of Thrones is the actress who's playing Ellie.
Should I watch Game of Thrones? People were talking about it like when I was too young to really like give a hoot. People were talking about it like it was Severance. Also, should I watch Severance? Is it good?
Severance is good.
Why is it good? Why does everyone care? Why is everyone talking about it all the time? This is a movie episode now, by the way. Sorry, this is a movie episode.
Every episode where we don't know what to talk about becomes a movie episode.
It's a movie episode where Alex gets to talk to me about movies because I don't know movies.
Yes. Okay, so I'll talk about Game of Thrones and then I'll talk about Severance. So Game of Thrones is, I don't want to say it's millennial Harry Potter.
Oh my gosh, that's perfect.
No, because
Harry Potter
is millennial Harry Potter, but it's the second wave. The second impact just hit.
No, dude. You know what? I'll leave that one on the table actually instead.
Shout out to our president Ariadne, but
yes.
And also Severance was made by Ben Stiller.
I know that guy. I like that. That's Blue Steel. That's Zoolander.
That's Blue Steel. That's Alex the Lion from Madagascar.
Yep.
That's Tropic Thunder guy.
Dude, I only know animated movies for real. I'm a kid, bro. I'm a little kid.
Severance, the premise is what if your work self and your non-work self were separated by a procedure and they were two different people?
I thought it was like Suits.
No.
I thought it was like about a whole company thing. I thought it was like Succession.
Kind of.
I didn't know that there was like this sci-fi Black Mirror ass element. Oh,
excuse me. It's like a dystopian type of, because they talk a little bit about like the government regulations that exist about the severance procedure, which is making so that your work self and your non-work self are separate. But the main plot line, the main through line is seeing the difference between like the people who are at work, the innies, who are inside the building, versus the outies.
They're called innies.
They're called innies and outies, the people who are in work instead of outside of work.
Okay.
And just like, they're the same version of themselves but separate. So it's the same actor playing multiple parts, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And just like what necessitates humanhood, what necessitates personhood, are the innies who their only life has been at this office, do they count as people? Will they live their lives? Will they make their decisions for themselves?
Well, The Office is like one of the best shows ever, apparently, and that it's all filmed in an office. So yeah, and they're people.
I think Jim and Pam aren't people.
Man,
millennials really have three things. They have Harry Potter, they have The Office, and they have Game of Thrones.
Yeah, you get a secret fourth thing if you prestige, and that's when you become like a Disney adult.
Yeah.
You prestige into a Disney adult. But
exactly. I enjoyed Severance. It was fine. I initially tried to watch it years ago before season 2 was coming out. And
wait,
I couldn't get
it
past
came
season
out
1.
years ago?
It's on Apple TV. So that means
Apple TV Loki has kind of bangers. I want to watch Ted Lasso so bad.
Ted Lasso's
it seems silly. I like when they make fun of EU people. They have weird, messed up teeth. Yeah. And it makes me laugh.
Ted Lasso is a very wholesome show. It's a very light watch. I find myself, especially with season 1, because the episodes are like way shorter in season 1.
I'd be giggling.
Yeah, it flows into each other really well. It's the characters are all really well.
Can't hate the guy either.
Yeah. There's little conflicts here and there. There's bad guys and there's good guys, but it feels very, very nice. But Apple TV, if we're gonna connect this to marketing,
sure, go ahead.
That's what the podcast should be about. So I can keep my job, but It's Apple TV is Apple funneling a lot of money into trying to break into the streaming space because they have infinite money because they're the largest company on the planet.
They be printing.
They're not the largest company on the planet, but they're easily one of the most profitable companies on the planet. And
yeah, they print money hand over fist.
Yeah, because everyone's gonna have an iPhone. Like that's just what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it is like a literal marketing marvel that their brand image is almost like it is a high class brand like a luxury brand, but it is adopted widely by like something like 80%.
Yeah, the iPhone is one of the greatest consumer good marvels of all time.
Yeah,
Same thing
with
AirPods.
Oh my god, #rich off AirPods, bro. If AirPods were I saw a stat that was like if AirPods were separated from Apple, they would be bigger than like Nike, all these other like mega companies combined.
Yep.
Dude, AirPods are so good. AirPods are so good. I have had an Android for a billion years. I prefer them. When I use it, yeah, there you go. We're not sponsored, but we could be.
Not sponsored, but I got these AirPods for Christmas, audio listeners.
#rich off AirPods. I've had an Android forever. I prefer them. Whenever I use any of my friends' iPhones to do anything, I look like an old guy, and I'm like, how do I do anything? But when I was still using like earbuds instead of like over-the-ear headphones, I had AirPods. I had AirPods with an Android.
Oh my god!
I did not care.
I didn't even know those could work together.
Yes, they can.
I've tried so hard to try to connect my AirPods to my Windows computer.
Nah, go ahead.
I really wish I could because it would make my life so much easier. But I digress. That's a little. Hey, Apple, pretty please. You would. A lot of Windows consumers would be more interested in your product if you can connect.
And stop making my text bubbles green. People don't like them.
People don't like it, but it's a strategic advantage.
I don't like
that.
It's
a thing that puts them ahead.
I think antitrust should bust them.
Yeah. Well, Lena Khan's getting taken out back.
Don't talk about her.
Lena Khan,
right now,
head of the FTC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's done a lot in terms of consumer protections, a lot of stuff in terms of antitrust is going away because this administration doesn't.
I'd commit voter fraud to vote for Lena Khan 6 times in a row.
Yes,
I'd do that.
If you take nothing away from this episode, Lena Khan is the GOAT. Look into her and support her in her future endeavors. I
mess with her
because she is one of the people in politics who's doing good. In my opinion.
They shot one click can. You should cut that. Never mind.
Yeah. Anyways, I was talking about Apple TV at first because they're making infinite money and they're richer than God. They can afford to invest all of this money into entertainment and streaming. Like Killers of the Flower Moon was funded by Apple.
Don't know what that is.
It was the Martin Scorsese movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro and Lily Gladstone.
Those are a lot of big names.
It was the 3-hour-long movie that came out about Native American people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, none of those people are.
Lily Gladstone is.
Oh, okay.
It's about like how white people got rid of Native American people.
Word.
I didn't watch the movie, but it's about like gentrification is the wrong word. Colonization, I guess. Yeah.
American imperialism.
American imperialism, because
we on some.
We be on that.
We on some, bro. Manifest on that destiny.
Yeah, but Apple TV is them funding a bunch of good artists who are making good things, which is nice. I know there's also Shrinking, which is a show that's good that I haven't watched yet.
Is that like based off the movie?
I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I've just heard it's good.
There's a movie where I've seen TikTok clips of it in Chinese. What's it called? Where you can pay a bunch of money to shrink yourself, and then all your money goes like a lot further when you're small because you're small.
I think it's about like a therapist because of shrink, and it's got Jason Segel and Harrison Ford in it.
Harrison Ford's still alive?
Yeah, he was just Red Hulk.
He was Red Hulk.
He was Red Hulk.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
I thought he was gonna have a heart attack sitting there hulking
Dude,
up.
for
He's sitting there
sure.
like.
Yeah, no. Harrison Ford. Shout out that guy. He was Indiana Jones, no?
He was Indiana Jones. He was Indiana Jones. He was Han Solo. He was Guy from Blade Runner.
Dude.
He's the GOAT.
That guy's a GOAT, for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah.
I know those people. Yeah, I don't know. Apple TV seems interesting. All the shows seem interesting. I'm not paying for that
Yeah,
service. It's just not happening.
It's weird because it's going to be hard for them to. Streaming is a very saturated space, and
For sure.
they're starting to do away with that a little bit with like the bundles together. Because I know Disney Plus and Hulu are bundling together. I know through like Amazon Prime they have deals with like Showtime and AMC Plus and like Paramount Plus and all these other services to where you can get like some of the stuff through the Amazon package or whatever. We're just gonna end up. It's cyclical. We're gonna end up going back to cable where it's like.
You buy a package.
It's like, hey, there were 5 channels, and then there were 80 channels, and no one wanted 80 channels, so they just bought Netflix because it was one thing. And then because Netflix was popular, now there's other things like Netflix, and now there's a billion things. Now there's
Now somebody's gonna create the super streaming service.
people are gonna make the super streaming service, which is more convenient and more easy.
It already does exist, by the way.
What is it?
It's I don't know the name. I heard. Okay, this story is gonna sound insane.
Go for it.
By the way.
Go for it.
I heard about this this service or this website or this program because my headphones died on my like 4-hour bus ride home for one of these breaks that I had to go home on. And the girl in front of me was talking not even really loudly on the phone, but I needed something to do. So I just eavesdropped on her conversation.
It's what people used to do before cell phones.
No, for real. And I felt kind of like bad, but I was getting like really interested. And like the back and forth she was having with like the person she was talking to, I was like, no, like I'm
speakerphone or no?
No.
Okay, so you're just hearing the one side of the.
I can still hear it because it's like she is. I am here. She's in the chair that's like right here.
Okay, yeah.
So I can like barely hear it over the AC. Yeah. I'm picking up like just little words, and she's like, "Yeah, no, I can send you like this. It's this whole thing. It's like this account that's shared by like 46 people." And I was like, "What?" And immediately, my interest is piqued. I'm like, "Okay, I got to hear about this." Yeah, it's a streaming. It's this thing that has like every streaming service. It's one account shared by 47 people that has access like through some API routing or whatever to every single like streaming service. And she was like, yeah, I got it from like my friend who I don't talk to anymore, but the login still works, and sometimes it goes down for like a week every once in a while, but it's maintained pretty well, and the UI is not bad or whatever. And she said the name of it, and I like completely just my brain exploded. No! But it's so interesting that thing exists, and I think it is one of those cases of internet heroism where it is one guy dutifully maintaining a single account and a single program. It's the little Jenga piece.
The one block that holds up the entirety of.
No, for real, like 50 people's media consumption, which is very interesting. So apparently it does exist. I won't tell you how to get it because I don't know. But I will tell you that I don't think we have every streaming service. Like like there's a network, right? You have people. You have people who a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who has like Peacock Plus or whatever.
Exactly. I have Peacock because
or like Paramount Plus or any of that. I think we have like all bases covered for the most part, barring some crazy ones. Like, does Tubi have a subscription? I'm sorry, I'm just naming streaming services. But
who knows? Yeah.
I still pirate everything. I just don't care.
At the end of the day,
it's easier.
People strive for convenience, right?
I don't need a login.
People don't like every time that you're having someone log in or you're having them dig through whatever, it's a layer of abstraction, which which makes it harder for a person to get to the things they want. Yeah. And people at the end of the day, they want to be able to click on one website where they can go, I want to watch this. It comes up. they can watch it.
Yeah.
It's the easiest way.
I be hitting blank show free online Reddit.
Yeah.
Send. and then Reddit commenters will be like, the mods say we can't talk about where to watch it.
But
you should be
with this.
Yeah, it's like literally. It's like you should be watching it on Peacock. But you could also watch it on some. I mean, if you look up on Google something that rhymes with this, like, what are they gonna like? I can't tell you not to do that, and
it's a funny thing because piracy is the most convenient way most of the time. However, people will pay for something if it makes their lives more convenient. Because back in the day, the only reason that like Netflix gained so much market share and became so big in the first place was people didn't want to have to be jumping through a billion hoops to like torrent this, pirate this, do whatever. It's easier to explain to grandma, hey, just hop on Netflix and look for your show instead of maybe getting a virus from trying to get something from Pirate Bay back in like 2011. So it's
also like the network of piracy has gotten way more advanced, way more consumer friendly.
Oh yeah.
Over the years, like I probably couldn't. Now I probably could get something from Pirate Bay, but there's like a non-zero chance I like gum up my whole computer and it's like a whole problem. But for the most part, like now I'm tech savvy enough to sort of get wherever I need. And a lot of people, I guess, our age are also in that boat.
Partially through necessity. Like right now I have it set up so that my hypothetically
in a video game in Minecraft, Chicken Jockey.
If Chicken Jockey, if lawyers are watching this, I'm not doing this. But
this is not financial advice.
Every disclaimer in the book.
Yeah.
Viewer discretion advised. But my Qubit torrent is set up so that I have a search engine which automatically goes to like 5 or 6 different torrenting sites.
Yeah.
To where I can just search the thing I want to find and it says like, okay, this many people are seeding it, this many people are leeching it. Double click this, have it go to this folder in your computer, boom, it'll automatically download, and I just delete it when I'm done.
Yeah, I've only ever torrented like 2 or 3 times. I'm not a torrent guy.
It's so easy, it's so convenient.
Yeah, I'm not a torrenting guy, but hypothetically in a video game, I have torrented like a few things. Bro, I got away with murder back then. I got Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, which is like the FromSoft game.
Yeah.
I got it like a week after it came out, like pirated for free, and I got no cease and desist, no nothing from my ISP. I don't know why I did that, by the way. I got the game, played like 4 hours of it, and I was like, this game's too hard, and I never played it again.
Dude, sometimes you just want to do it because you can. Like, I pirated a bunch of music on my computer because I was like, well, if I run out of internet or I want to like download it to my phone, like permanently and have control of my media, then I should pirate this. I haven't listened to like any of the files. I just go on YouTube or Apple Music because it's about convenience. The user will pay when it's convenient and it's inexpensive is a part of it, but they'll pay when it's convenient for them.
For sure.
And they'll go to whatever the most convenient option is. If it's like a little $5
Dude, I'm so
feeds,
I guess it's because I'm broke. Like I don't have like a job.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm so adverse to spending money in that sense. I will go like the long way. I will spend like 40 minutes trying to figure out if I could get it for free instead of just biting the bullet and being like, I'll pay $10 for whatever.
And I think our demographic is very unlikely to change in terms of that nature because like when you're below like 25, when your time is more plentiful than your money.
For sure. That's a great way to put it.
It's fine to jump through the hoops. It's fine to do whatever because you're saving the money that you would have a hard time making. But like when you're getting, I don't want to say old. I'm not saying a 26-year-old is old, but like you're working a job 40 hours a week. You have to come home. You have to do your chores. You have to make yourself dinner. You have to do whatever.
Yeah. Do you really want to spend 40 minutes scrolling through like 6 Russian websites?
Exactly.
Like going through every Kiss cartoon and being like, no, RU is Kiss cartoon.ru is a virus. But .to is okay, but only if you want to watch subbed, and then you have to go to like whatever if you want to watch dub, whatever.
Exactly. Like,
etc.
You just want to have it be. You want your 1 hour free time that you get every single day to be used efficiently.
Yeah, for
sure. Just you click one button, you go on Netflix, you find the show that you want to watch.
I think our generation is uniquely like conditioned to understand like the 12-foot ladder to the 11-foot paywall.
Yeah.
Like I think that they're not like I guess maybe not millennials. They be dropping money on stupid stuff like avocado on toast, and that's why they can't buy houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're the generation getting the most for free.
Yeah, I think it's just by virtue of being the only generation to this point to have grown up where the internet has been a thing for our entire lives.
Yeah.
It's made us more like savvy and more like.
I guess, but I can't imagine. Maybe my little brother's too young.
Mm-hmm.
He's 11 for Watchers, and he's dumb as a bag of sand.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine him doing anything.
Well,
online.
there's a big schism between like the people who grew up with technology their whole life, but their technology was computers that they had to actually like commandeer and manage, versus they've grown up with technology their entire life, but their computers have been Chromebooks or tablets.
Yeah,
which
I guess that's
afford
true.
you way less options. You don't actually learn how to use a computer. Like I know people have talked about how there's like a divide between basically younger millennials, older Gen Zs are the only group of people who still know how to like do tech support, where it's like the younger people don't know how to use the stuff because they haven't had experience with it. The older people don't know how to use the stuff because it's like, well, I didn't grow up with this.
Yeah, they think it's like, I don't know. I feel like old people still think technology's a fad.
Yeah.
Which is pretty funny. But okay.
I mean, Socrates, was it Socrates or Aristotle who's saying that books are a fad and they're ruining the youth?
Something like that.
Yeah.
No, it's you're right. If I asked my little brother to create a folder and save a file to his folder, like anywhere that's not his desktop, I'm pretty sure his brain would melt in his skull. And it'd come out his ears and his nose.
Yeah, yeah.
We're at time for sure, by the way.
We probably are at time, so it's time for us to start getting back on the clock. But we hit with a little bit of like marketing know-how there at the end, talking about demographic shifts and things like that.
Definitely.
So free game, free ball for those of you who listen to this for the intended purpose.
And don't pirate anything, bro. Buy everything.
Buy everything.
Be a good consumer.
Be a good consumer. Don't do anything that would get yourself in legal trouble.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Yeah. Hey, and don't do anything I would do, you know? But thank you guys for watching this week's episode of Off the Clock. We are going to be back next week for what might be our last episode.
It should end up being our last episode, barring we do like an Alex Storm episode or an online.
It'll be our last episode in the studio.
Yeah,
is what it's going to be. Which is it's sad.
Yeah, this mic quality and lighting will unfortunately be gone.
It will be missed until
the end of an era.
End of an era for us, but maybe someone else will pop in our shoes. But
for sure.
Thank you guys for watching. Show up to our general body meeting for AMA at USF. It's going to be in BSN 225 at 4:45 p.m. Every single Tuesday. That is BSN 225, 4:45 p.m. every Tuesday. I believe we have a couple of those left for the semester, maybe 2 or 3.
Should be 2.
Should be 2. But yeah, that's going to be that. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.